A pleasure to you out there. You're welcome to another section of my training online. I'm going to be teaching you the piano today, and we're going to be looking at the tonic software, the key signature, if you like, the diatonic scale. It's simply the same thing. Okay, most people know it as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Beautiful. Okay. The tonic software is a succession of 7 notes derived from the chromatic scale. All right. Now, it is very simple. Okay. So if we look at the tonic software according to degree, according to we're going to have according to degree, we're going to have the do as 1, the re as 2, the mi as 3, the fa as 4, the sol as 5. The la at 6, the T at 7, and the do, upper do as the octave. Okay, it's actually starting or beginning on another octave. Just so you know, there is a note between the first and the second note of the tonic software degree. There is a note between the second and the third note of the tonic software degree. There is no note between the third and the fourth note of the tonic software degree. There's a note between the 4th and the 5th notes, and there's a note between the 5th and the 6th note. There's a note between the 6th and the 7th note, and there is no note between the 7th and the octave. Okay, all right. Now, a very good system to take you through the tonic software is what we call the whole tone and semitone. The semitone is a distance, the shortest distance in music. Okay, the shortest distance, which means you can move from one note to another, to the immediate, to the next. You don't have to skip any notes to get there. All right. Now, beginning from this note to the next note, all you have to do is just to move downward. All you have to do from this note is to advance to this very note. Now, that is the semitone order. Now, looking at the keyboard, the keyboard is even arranged in that, order to suit, that pattern. We have the semitone, 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 semitone. Semitone does not represent any key. It's just a way of moving from one note to another. Okay. Now, a whole tone is a distance twice a semitone. Whole tone is, 2 semitones, put together. Now, what you do to play a whole tone, strike any note. It doesn't really matter the color difference. Okay. Now, beginning from this very note, move a whole tone from this note to the next note. All you have to do is to skip one, to the next note. It doesn't really matter what color note you skip. Okay. Now, move a whole tone from this very note to the next note. All you have to do is to skip one to the next note. Okay. Now, move one semitone to semitone. Okay. So twice a semitone, makes one whole tone. Okay. Move another whole tone from this to this next note. Move another whole tone from this to the next note. You skip, and that is all it takes to play a whole tone. All right. Now, it is very simple. From do to re is a whole tone movement. So let's begin our, movement from this. Okay, that's very key. What key is this again? This key is D sharp or E flat. Okay. Now, even if you don't know anything about the key, it doesn't really matter. All you need to do is to work with the compass. All right. The compass is the whole tone and semitone. That's all that matters. Okay. Now, this is it. Starting from this very note, move a whole tone to the re note, which is the second note of the tonic software degree. You skip one. A whole tone again from here to mi, which is the third note of the tonic software degree. You have to skip one. And from this guy to the fourth note of the tonic software degree, which, it's fa, the fourth note is fa, the fa note. You don't have to skip, you just play semitone, advance to the next note. Now, from this very note to the 5th note, okay, which is so, all you have to do is to skip one, that is applying another whole tone. Now, from so to la as the 6th note of the tonic software degree, all you have to do from so to la, you have to skip one, okay, which is another whole tone. And La to T, you skip yet another one to get to T. And T to Do is a semitone. You just play the next note. It's very friendly. Okay, you don't have to skip. Okay, that is it. Okay, so you remember, you skip one from the roots to Re. You skip yet another one from the Re to Mi, and you don't have to skip from Mi to Fa. And you skip from Fa to Sol. You skip yet from Sol to La. You skip yet from La to Ti, and you don't have to skip from Ti to Do. And that's all that matters. That's all. That's all you have to know about, playing the tonic solver. Okay, it's cheap. This same formula is applicable to all 12 keys. You don't have to, cram or master, the white and black. Okay, the question shouldn't pop up. What should I play? Do I have to play a black note? Do you have to play a white note? No. Okay, this is it. All that matters is to understand, the tonic solver, the tonic solver formula, okay, which simply is skip one from the roots to the second, skip one from the second to the third. You don't skip from the third to fourth. You skip one from fourth to fifth. You skip one from fifth to sixth, and you skip one from sixth to seventh, and you don't skip from seventh to the octave. All right. So you're gonna have to play this, on all keys. You're gonna have to play this in all keys. Okay. Now it's simple. On the key of C, you skip one to Re, you skip one to Mi, you don't skip to Fa. Beg your pardon. You don't skip to Fa, and you skip one from Fa to Sol. You skip one from Sol to La. You skip one from La to Ti, and you don't have to skip to Do. You just advance to Do. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay. So get yourself acquainted with the formula, and you'll be glad you did. Okay, so I hope this class, has been helpful. And if you want to ask, you don't understand, how I just played the tonic solver, you can drop your comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, see you next time as you play your way through the entire key, tonic solver. Stay blessed. Cheers.